Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is really exciting. We're going to be going over the collaboration with Emily Noel and Makeup Revolution. I feel like we as her viewers have been waiting for something like this for a while. I remember watching her even before I began my channel, so it has been a while. We have all been waiting for her to come out with something, and this definitely did not disappoint. I truly believe she is one of the most honest people on YouTube, at least in the beauty community, and you can see the hard work and effort she puts into her videos. Definitely a person that I look up to when doing YouTube, so I do think this is so well deserved. Thank you, Emily. These are beautiful. As you can see, the packaging is just stunning. I did go ahead and buy both of these because I do fully want to support Emily, and also I couldn't buy one and not get the other. So this palette is called the Emily Edit The Wands. It is a hard plastic, actually feels heavy, very sturdy if you wanted to travel with it. And look at these gorgeous shades. This is just stunning. It is the perfect combination of mattes and shimmers and pops of color. I am so excited to use this. This is actually the palette we're going to be using today. It also has a ginormous mirror. I was actually using this morning to apply my foundation, and I seem to have dug my nail into two of the shades. Great, breaking it in. The formula of this is just stunning. It is smooth, creamy, buttery, buildable. It is amazing. I love the mattes because it's so easy to build them up in the crease and adjust the level of intensity that you want. I have not yet compared this palette to any other Makeup Revolution palette, so I am not sure if the formula is any different. I can definitely update you guys as soon as I do. Her other palette is called the Emily Edit The Needs. So this is your basic everyday go-to palette. It is a beautiful blush color, also hard plastic with rose gold writing. Also has a mirror. It's not as big as the Wands palette, but it is definitely a decent sized mirror. You get a bronzer or contour depending on your skin tone. You get a blush, a highlight. This she uses for underneath her eyes. I have not used this shade yet for that purpose, but I will eventually. And then you get your eyeshadow shades right here. If you are new to my channel, welcome one and all. My name is Valeria, Val for short, and we just have fun with beauty on this channel. We do tutorials, makeup reviews, skincare, hair care, curly or straight. I have fun with both. Also a few mommy videos here and there. So if you want to stick around, make sure to subscribe and click on that little bell to be notified when I post new videos. And let's go ahead and get started. I already have my foundation, concealer, a slight contour, and eyebrows. Of course, I do want to disclaim if my skin is not looking the best. I am currently testing out a new foundation with a skin oil underneath. I wanted to see how that did. As I said earlier, today we're going to be using the Wands palette, and I'm also going to use a few face powders from the Needs. For eyeshadow primer, I'm going to use the Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I do agree with Emily. This separates. I prefer the Milani one, but my Milani one is so old, I am afraid to put it on my lid. I usually just squish it a bunch so that it all comes together. To set that in place, I'm going to use this cream shade. I like setting my eye primer because it truly helps the crease area when you're blending darker shades. Now we're taking the shade Hobby and we're going to start defining the outer corners and the crease. You want to build this color up to your liking. I am focusing the shade first in the outer corner. Whatever's left, I just kind of bring it in. I do want to mention there is some kickback on these shades. For those of you that mind, I don't mind a little bit of kickback. As you can see, I started on this eye already. We're going to use the shade Corduroy. You truly want to build this color up instead of putting on too much. And I am focusing this on the outer corner. And you want to take it more or less halfway. You can go a little farther and just be careful not to actually place color there. Just drag that same shade. And then on that outer edge, I can use circular motions to focus the color there. If you do end up going farther in that you intended, you can use the shade Cream and kind of clean up and to blend out the shade if it's just too intense for you. I'm now going to take the shade Midwest. I'm just gonna blend this into the green, more so on that edge, so you can kind of see the color peeping through. Okay, we are about to do the concealer trick. I am actually nervous. I don't know if this is going to ruin this look. I am using MAC Pro Longwear Concealer because I know this works great as an eyeshadow primer. I'm going to use a flat concealer brush. I'm frightened beyond words. Make sure to get the edges as crisp as you can. I am going to go into Grateful for the inner part of my lid. Okay, so far, I'm loving this eyeshadow. I am going to go into Side Hustle right here. This is going to go in the outer half of the lid. So it's looking more like a gradient. I feel like these greens were made for each other. We're going to go into Grateful one more time just to touch up right in the center. Now if you want, you can take the Corduroy shade we used earlier and intensify that outer corner a little more if you need to. So we're going to work on the lower lash line now. I am going to use the shade Corduroy just for the outer edge and go right in there. You want to make sure you tap off your brush because it does have some fallout. Now we're going to go into the shade Apartment. I'm going to blend out the shade, bring it slightly toward the inner corner. For my inner corner, I'm going to go into Oh Heavens. Almost forgot my brow bone. I'm going to use the shade Cream. Just gonna run this underneath my brow. Alright, eyeshadow is done. Did not intend it to be this smoky, but I'm actually really liking it. I went ahead and applied some Milani Stay Put waterproof eyeliner in Linked on Black, and I smudged that out. I topped it off with Dark and Early. It just makes it look a lot more diffused, but still dramatic. I went ahead and popped on some lashes. I used the Allure Vegas Nay Bronze Beauty. Honestly, these feel really bushy on the eyes, but they were the easiest lashes to apply. So now we're gonna move on to the Emily Edit The Needs. I'm gonna use the shade Courage. If you're wondering, I just used, whoa, I needed to tap off my brush a little more on that one. This has a little bit of a pinkness to it. I think it's like a hint of pink. Well, you guys saw this color packs a punch. You do not have to work with it a lot. It blends like butter. Now I'm going to use the shade Joy. This blush is so pretty. You will not be able to see any flecks of shimmer on your skin. It's just going to make it look healthy. These face shades, the way that they blend and the formula, it is just spot on. Now we're going into Gratitude, and this is an interesting highlighter because when you look at it, you would think it is a lot more metallic, but it's not at all. It's more like a natural highlight, but it doesn't accentuate any texture. I do like to build it up, and it does have like a slight pink shift to it. To finish off the look, I'm using the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Poet. It's like a nudie peach shade. I'm gonna set everything in place with some MAC Fix Plus just to get a little moisture back in here. I am actually quite obsessed with how it turned out. These greens are so rich. I think the colors are definitely unique. The texture of these shadows, the quality, the blendability, it's definitely up there. And for $20, I don't think you can beat that. Even for the beginner, I think this is a great palette. I had so much fun creating today's look. I am super impressed with both of these. Stay tuned. I will be doing a video on the Needs just by itself. More of a simple look, not dramatic like this. Really quickly want to mention I have a video coming up on how I do my eyebrows. I will not be blonde in said video because it is pre-recorded. I had my computer die on me and had to save up and buy a new Mac, but the video is requested. It is more on how I do my eyebrows, and I'm also reviewing the Model's Own Brow Tattoo Kit. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.